Welcome back, true believers and all you spectacular Spidey fans, to another really interesting episode of Spider-Man PS4 101. So since the first piece of the City That Never Sleeps DLC pack of the Heist featuring Black Cat is nearly upon us, I thought it would be a good time to actually recap what took place in the base game featuring Black Cat's main storyline with her stakeout missions and where the narrative of that story is going to head into the Heist. But before we do that, I think it's important that we highlight some really interesting backstory elements regarding Insomniac's version of Black Cat. And the first thing that should be mentioned is this little bit of info that we hear from Aunt May in the feast shelter during the very beginning of the game, discussing about Peter and Felicia's relationship in the past.
If it's not Mary Jane, are you back with that rebound girl? The older one?
Oh, Felicia? She's not that much older, and no, that very much did not work out. I'm too busy to date.
So as we know already, Spider-Man and Black Cat have definitely had their run-ins with each other, but what's even more interesting is that after Peter Parker broke up with Mary Jane, he did at some point actually pursue a relationship with Felicia Hardy. And not only do I love that they were old flames in the past, but I find it even crazier that Aunt May actually knew about Felicia Hardy within this game. And if that wasn't enough, we also hear during one of J. Jonah Jameson's Just the Fact podcast that Black Cat was actually Spider-Man's sidekick at one point during this universe.
Remember when Spider-Man had a sidekick? The Black Cat, a curvaceous young lady in leather. Not the kind you'd bring home to mother. And then it turned out she was a thief! Big shock, right? Well, I hear she's back. And let me make a prediction. Spider-Man's going to give her a second chance. Is it because he's naive? A thief himself? Or is he just thinking with his web shooters?
So not only does this show that Black Cat and Spidey have a long history with each other, but it also shows how much they were intertwined with one another within this universe and how they're going to reconnect during the DLC. And given what great chemistry Peter and Mary Jane had during the main narrative of the game, I can't wait to see that blossom between Black Cat and Spider-Man. But moving on from the game's main backstory of this version of Black Cat, we are now leading into the main stakeout missions that you can do throughout the game. So during one point in the game's story, Peter receives a random phone call from an unknown number telling him to go to a certain address. And after arriving at the address he was told to go to, he realizes he was being sent there by Black Cat herself. Felicia Hardy's been gone for a while, and it actually surprises Spidey that she ends up being back in town. And as you progress through this Black Cat side story, you end up continuously taking pictures of random Black Cat dolls that have been left throughout the city for Spider-Man to find. However, as we end up finding more of the cat dolls that Felicia's left behind, we end up learning a bit more about her every time we find a new one. As we keep playing through the side mission, Spidey continues to bring up that this doesn't seem like Felicia at all, and it seems like she's a bit desperate. Not only that, but also given this new change of behavior from Felicia Hardy's criminal antics, Spidey also points out that she's most likely working for someone. And as we come closer to the conclusion of this Black Cat side mission, it's revealed that Felicia has managed to gather a total amount of $50 million worth of loot. And even more so, one of the places that Felicia was staking out happens to be the location of the Jade Tiger, which is an extremely priceless relic which is worth a lot of money. And after finding all the Black Cat dolls scattered throughout New York, Spidey manages to pinpoint the location of Felicia Hardy's secret hideout underneath the Freedom Tunnel. And as we explore her hideout, it's revealed that Felicia has managed to gather a lot of items relating to the Maggia crime family as well as Wilson Fisk. And after realizing he arrived at the hideout a bit too late in order to catch Felicia, Spidey discovered an audio log and a brand new suit left for him from Black Cat herself. And after donning his brand new duds, he receives a call from Yuri telling him that all of Black Cat's equipment from the police lockup is gone. And after some very quick detective skills, Spidey realizes that the whole Black Cat doll scheme was a ruse in order to have Felicia throw Spidey off of her trail. And seeing how Felicia did all of that just to get her equipment back makes Spidey realize that she has something even bigger in mind for the future. And that, everybody, brings us up to date as to where we stand with Black Cat within the world of Spider-Man PS4. Now, we did also see in the newest footage featuring Black Cat and Spider-Man together showing off what appears to be the newest faction of enemies that we're going to fight in the DLC of the Heist of the Maggia crime family. And if you know your comics, you'll mainly know that that gang primarily relates to characters like Hammerhead or Silvermane, which may or may not appear in the other DLC packs. And given everything that we know about this DLC so far, I think it's safe to say that we are in for a real treat come October 23rd. But anyways, guys, that's the video that I have for you today, and please let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below. Out of the whole Black Cat side story within the main game of Spider-Man PS4, what was your favorite moment about it, and what are you looking forward to the most within the Heist Heist DLC pack. For me, seeing how Insomniac handled Black Cat in a minuscule way within the main game makes me even more excited to see her get her own story within this first piece of DLC. And honestly, I just can't wait to see it be fully played out. But anyways guys, thank you all so much for watching. Stay spectacular, Spidey fans. Peace out.
Spider-Man, I know you're listening, so let me issue a warning now. As the old saying goes, lie down with cats, get up with fleas. What's that? My intern is yammering in my ear again. It's dogs? I thought it was cats. It doesn't matter. The metaphor still applies. Dogs, cats. Go away, Jared.